All right, Shalom. We're the brothers of GMS New Orleans coming at you with another live lesson. As always, we're going to start off by giving infinite honors and praise to Yahweh by
Humble by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Makadash.
once again, double honors to our elders, apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations again to the hopeful elect out there. All right. This lesson is going to be titled A Time Like No Other. All right. Because that's the times that we're approaching. It's a time like no other. All right. We're approaching the time that was spoken of in the scriptures. All right. The Holy Bible. All right. Which Daniel prophesied and many of the Lord prophesied of the end times. Okay. And seeing that we are in the end times, like it says in Second Peter's, what manner of person you ought to be. All right. You should be a person that's having these scriptures and having this truth centered of your life. All right. And moving in like manner of these scriptures. All right. Prophesying the downfall of this kingdom, prophesying the downfall of the so-called white man, all right, and there's many other nations out there, all right. But you can start with that one scripture. What the one was? Daniel's.
Yeah. This the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time."
Yeah, we're in that time. We're fastly approaching that time. All right, that time is any moment now. All right, in any moment now, whether you've been paying attention and you haven't been on a rock, you see that. All right, the tension amongst nations is at an all-time high. The tension here in America, all right, the sorrow, all right, the talk of the people is at a breaking point. All right, all right. All you hear is the complaints of rising gas prices. You having talks about the inflation of the different products in the stores. All right, so what you see is ongoing talks of people complaining. All right, we're in the time that very same time that Daniel talked about. Right, a time like no other. All right, and the time that we're coming to, which is called in the scriptures too, Jacob's trouble. All right, it's going to be a time like no other. It's going to make all those times of the transatlantic slave trade, all right, Jim Crow, you name it, it's going to make that look like child's play to the times we're approaching. Okay, you got any more?
John. It says, "And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book."
And that, first and foremost, the elect, all right, the elect and the 1/3 of our people that are written in the book. 2/3 are going to die here in America, all right? All right, we'll openly tell you that. The 2/3, according to the book of Zechariah, is gonna perish, all right, for their disobedience, all right, to the Heavenly Father. They are not willing to repent. They're not willing to hey, give me that too in the Ezekiel 94. They're not the ones. We're the only ones out here sighing and crying for the abominations that have been done in the midst of, man. We're the only ones that's out here prophesying and calling this devil, the so-called white man, to his face, all right, and telling them that his kingdom is going down. 2/3 wants to prolong this place. They want this place to steady rise and be here forever. All right. When you talk to most Jakes are talking about a college plan for their kids. They're talking about the next 30, 40 years, right? That's not the plan of the elect, all right? The plans of the elect is to be out of this place, man, all right? Really, yesterday, if we had it our way, okay? Did you want to say something, Kaya?
And I was holding that Ezekiel 12 and 22 that speak about them prolonging the days. That's perfect that you said that. That's all. I was just holding that.
Yeah, bring it up.
Yeah. Done. So this Ezekiel 12 and 22, I'm going to read it in NLT, brother, 22 and 23. It says, "Son of man, you have heard that proverb they quote in Israel. Time passes and prophecies comes to nothing." That's when they say the days are prolonged and every vision fed it. 23. Tell the people this is what the sovereign Lord Yahweh says. I will put an end to this proverb, and you will soon stop quoting it. Now give them this new proverb to replace the old one. The time has come for every prophecy to be fulfilled.
Yeah. Yeah, to every prophecy to be fulfilled. All right. And they're going to come to pass. And we're seeing it. World War III. All right. Next, what we finna see is them bring to the forefront on mainstream media and all outlets of the MOTB. All right. And they're going to make it mandatory. All right. If you don't know what the MOTB is, it's the mark of the beast. All right. Or what we know is the Vera chip. All right. The little grain of rice is going to be planted, planted under the skin on the right hand of a lot of you individuals out there. All right. All right. And you can see that these world leaders are shifting everything to a digital dollar. All right. Okay. You're seeing the collapse of this economy right before your eyes. All right. And you're seeing it gearing up for World War III. Go ahead.
They're using this war as a prelude to collapse the dollar. All right, to ultimately, like you said, to usher in that CL, man, to change the infrastructure from that currency or that old fiat currency to the digital dollar, like the elder said, man. And they're going to use this war as grounds of false flags. Agendas may happen. We need to watch this. We need to do that so they can implement the new way of securing you people, man. All right, a new digital age. Okay, to where it's full surveillance. They turned it into a surveillance state. You got it.
In a digital prison.
In a digital prison.
That's what they want. They want a digital digital AI prison. Everything that you do, as far as business and commerce is gonna be filtered through them. All right. You're gonna be watched, you're gonna be recorded, you're gonna be followed, man. All right. And that's what we've been telling you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. This is your America. All right. This is what this place is going getting down to come to. All right. And like I said, you can see that they're collapsing these different sectors. All right. They're driving things to hyperinflation, where the new answer is going to be, all right, the new digital currency, man. All right. The dollar is no more. All right. But go ahead. If you got something, Ryan?
Now I'm finished. I'm finished what I had. Ryan, you got it.
I got that Ezekiel 9:4.
Yeah.
This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And Yahweh said unto me, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
And we those men. We the only men that sighing and crying for all the abomination, all the Mo activity, all the injustice, all the crimes of our enemies, man. All right, we the only ones that's out there, like the Lord said in the book of Psalms, who will rise for me against the evildoers. We the only ones that's rising up against the evildoers, man. It's putting our bodies as a living sacrifice. That's why we open up with the opening monologue of every video. All right, we're the ones that sign and crying, risking our lives and our freedoms. All right, to tell you the word, man. All right, really the elect. We don't care about 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. We already know what's going to happen, what's going to entail them. So hell with it, man. All right, but we're staking out. We're out here staking that claim, man. That we are the prophets. All right, we are those men that was prophesied to come back. All right, to prophesy the downfall of this great kingdom. All right, a war, evil, and pestilence, man. All right, and we in hopes also to receive the mark. What is it, the Y? The mark of exemption, man.
The Y.
Lord will we get that mark to be exempt from the judgment that's coming, the set judgment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and this set judgment that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to come back with is going to be, hey man, it's not going to be nice. Okay, not for our enemies and not for 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And to the others, he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Right. So it was a death angel back then. That same death angel is finna come back around, man, and clean up shop. All right. It's not gonna spare. All right. Basically have pity on you people, man. Okay. So when this thing really fully opens up, as you can see, it's finna bust out the scenes as we speak. All right. Things are happening at a rapid pace, whether you can see it or not. All right. These nations supposed to have ceasefires. They're still getting up on they're still up on each other, man. Huh?
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, they're supposed to have ceasefires. They still getting it on. All right. And only sooner or later things are gonna happen over here on the home front in so-called great America, right? Babylon the Great. Things are gonna happen the same way over here. Right? Because hey, you people, you're tired, man. The elites have worn you out. They have fed you Nero 47. You had beliefs in him. He didn't totally turn his back on you. He didn't totally told you one thing, did another. So now you through, man. You're searching, you're looking for answers. Your stomachs are growling. You're jobless. All right, so you're in a bad position, man. You're caught between two hard places, stuck in the middle, man. All right. Go ahead.
And I got a precept to back up what you just said.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's one.
Just to, back up what the elder brother was saying, the average American is hurting out here, economically, relationships with friends and family, with the job, morally, everything. Because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has systematically broken this place down at every level. And, he's using these elites and, their puppet, Nero 47, to usher in that new system, as the brother was going into. You people ultimately receiving that micro C hip implant. And as they like to say, order out of chaos. There's gonna be a lot of chaos coming to get you people to the brink of willing to do anything to, get back to some semblance of normalcy.
Yeah, because what they're finna do, they're finna make you beg and ask for martial law, man. You're gonna beg for troops in your cities. You're gonna beg for aid. Just like you make fun of those Saudis, those people from those third world countries that get the food flown in and drop from the air, all right, with that parachute and that pallet. Hey, you're gonna be begging for that, man. Just like you made fun of niggas in Katrina, they was dumping the water out the back of the truck as they go, throwing food out there. You see the people catching it. They catching what they call them? EMT? MRE. Yeah, nigga catching MREs like Randy Moss in the crowd. You made fun of niggas. You gonna be doing the same thing, man.
Yeah,
right?
brother.
Hey, man, the fat lady is getting ready to sing. Okay, the gig is up. The gig is up over here. Go ahead, Al.
And it's going to be easy for the elites to break you people, because look at 2019 to 2021. You people, after a couple of months to a year, you people were begging for the juice just so you could get back to the club to be a scumbag and a whore. But this is Isaiah 24. I'm going to start at 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh.
You want to say something more?
As it said, all the merry-hearted do sigh. People are just hurting out here. They don't have money. They can't live the life, the little bit of life they wanted to live. Can't take vacations. Just miserable out here.
Yeah, man. In these companies, what I noticed too, these companies are furthermore pushing back your time. They got you in there on the pretense of 42 hours, 40 hours, 50 hours, 6 hours. Now they knock you down to 32. All right.
Nope.
Hurting, man. Jake is hurting out here. You got people working a job, Uber Eats, and they Ubering, man. All right, and it's still not enough. Right, at least are sitting back laughing, man. All right, we're finna go into economic chaos, man. Economic collapse. Okay,
Mhm.
whether you want to believe or not. Hey, you don't have to believe us, man. Hey, matter of fact, we don't want you to believe us. Right? What the scripture says, should they make the word of Most High without effect? God,
Right.
I'm just paraphrasing, man.
Romans. I'll get it for you. I'm gonna get it for you.
Yeah. These words are true. In the Bible, what you're gonna find out that the Bible's always been true. There's always been a book of prophecies. There's always been a book of true words of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. In the prophets, all right, because we're the mouthpiece of the Lord. We're the ones that speaking His word into existence, and it's happening, right? The very words that we are saying is happening, all right. And like I said, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't buy it away. You can't negotiate. The Most High ain't trying to negotiate with nobody, man. All right, go ahead.
You
Precept
wanted
you
that
right?
Romans?
Yeah, get
Finish
that one. Yeah, get that one out the way.
Con. This Romans 3:3. But what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the fate of our power without effect? God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sins and mightest overcome it when thou art judged.
Yeah, man, that's true, man.
No.
Let every man be a liar. All right,
No.
because the words of the Most High is true, and they're going to be justified. All right, they're going to come to pass. All right, everything that's foretold. All right, I can't wait to see the looks of your face, man. All you people that called us crazy, all you people that family members, friends, turned their back. All that, man, he losing his mind. Oh my God, I can't believe him. All right, because see, only the person that would say that are people that are looking for this page to prosper, man. You got niggas, like I said, you have niggas right now that's looking into 2050, 2083. I can't think that far, man. Not here. Hey man, this gotta be the end. Go ahead,
Con. Back in Isaiah 24, verse 7. Verse 8. The mirth of the tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joys of the harp ceaseth. And these last couple of years of what? Christmas, Thanksgiving, these holidays, it just been, complete garbage. You even got people taking to social media complaining that the spirit of the holidays is just dead out here. Nobody gets together. Nobody likes each other. It's just lonely.
Yeah, and you see it. All right, it's not like when we was coming up. All right, it's like we said before. It's been times where it was a time in America where you would hit a local city block and you seen decorations from one end of the block to the other on both sides of the street. And now you don't see it because people don't have it that way. All right, they can't sustain the light bill. All right. It can't sustain this nigga E. I showed these brothers some, man. E fucking old people with the gas, man. Niggas not getting the gas that they say they're getting, man. The gas is burning fast. All right, the light bill is high. The rent is too goddamn high, man. All right, that's from my man. I forgot the dude's name, man. He used to say that back in the day. The rent is too goddamn high. Right? You got people now. When you look at some of the things that are going on in America, you have people that are literally shacking up, as they say. Right? You got we didn't seen it over here where I'm at. 7 dudes to a house, man. You got 12 people to a house. We talking about Jakes. We talking about what them dudes? Ishmael? That was Ishmael, right? Ishmaelites, Northern Kingdom. Hey man, people hurting. Hey, but we told you long ago about this hurt, this great hurt that's coming, man. You didn't want to believe us, right? And the only hope that some of you have is to come back to your nationality, man. If you of the elect, okay, and wake up. All right, take off those take off what they call that little thing that you sleep with. The women like to sleep with, and some people
Hey,
like
put it over the eyes. Yeah.
what they call that damn thing.
No. All right, Thomas.
It's like a blindfold. Take the blindfold off, man, and wake up to what's really going on here, man. All right, there's no future here in America. Nobody. The scripture says, man. We can get it. I'm gonna get it right here. Another thing, but I want you brothers say something. I'm gonna get it. I gotta get my mind's on it, so I gotta get it.
Con,
Yeah, like go ahead, you got it.
you got it.
I found it. Ecclesiastes 12. One of you brothers, if you want to, you can chime in too. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3, it says, in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. It says, and though they look out of the windows be darkened. And that's the point I wanted, because they look out of the windows be darkened. America has no future, all right? This is it. The grinding ceased. Your jobs are being converted into autonomous robotic jobs, man. You know, I just seen some robots by Boston Dynamics. They're folding clothes. They're boxing up shit, Amazon boxes. They're boxing up stuff in the Amazon boxes. So there's no need for Jake, man. There's no need for a warehousing job. It's over with, man. Okay, it's over with. Jake, Edom. Hey, man, these elites have devised a plan to get you out of here. Either you're gonna get down the program, or you're gonna go in one of these camps, man. You're gonna have to get down with the 15. What do they call it? 15-minute cities.
God.
You know, this digital currency. All right, you finna that's why I named it A Time Like No Other. You about to see some things, man. And like I said, you heard it first here with the prophets. It says, let me go back to 4. It says, in the doors be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he that shall rise up at the voice of the birds, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right. Any brothers want to say something on that?
Hey, it's just to back you up with the automation. It's gonna get so cold out here. I saw some guys say, look, they won't even need to use lights in the warehouses because robots can see in the dark.
Yeah, they can save money on that, man.
Yeah.
You don't need you niggas running around with that rubber band around your head with that light on the front, man. They don't need you niggas honking through the warehouse, all right, while you listen to Lil Baby. Okay? The robots just gonna get you niggas out the way, man. You niggas on the rivers, the warehouses. I didn't seen robots not do roofing jobs. And they do it way faster than Migo and them. All right? Migo carrot nigga. You seen Migo? Migo have a stack of shingles on his shoulder climbing up the ladder. Well, hey, that robot can go up there with a whole pallet. All right? So you through, man.
Yeah.
This digital prison is coming. Well, as a matter of fact, let me correct that. It's here already, man.
Yeah.
It's already devised. It's already planned out. All right. These elites are going with their move. They're going with the NWO. All right. And guess what? You Jake's not a part of it. All right. Even you sellouts, you coons, man. You're not a part of it. You're not a part of this plan that the elites have been planning for years. Well, since 1776. All right, you're not a part of that, man. You never was. With the elites, the plans of the elites want you up out the way. All right. They make this a utopia or dystopia for them. Like we always bring out the movie Elysium. That's what they want. All right. And 2/3 of you niggas are not a part of that, man. You never was. Go ahead, Doc. If you brothers want to say something or break something, I'm looking for something real fast.
Yeah, I got some more in that Isaiah 24, but I know you've been wanting to say something, Kaya.
Yeah, go ahead.
I make a point, then you can grab it, right? But like the brother said, the framework of the conditioning, of the NWO is already in place. Like you said, they have the They have an agenda. They need chaos to ensue. All right, so they can what? They can implement the format. Like you say, there's gonna be order of chaos, which they want to create chaos for the people. All kind of they saying energy crisis is going on. Like the brother just said, the gas crisis. They're using anything. They're saying climate crisis. They're using any and everything of putting the people up against it, man, so they could change the trajectory in the way people live, man. All right, they're coming up with everything to figure out a way to surmise you people into, believing that, the problem is around us, man. When the whole time you're the actual problem as the people. You're the sheeple, man.
Yeah,
All right, you're cattle, you're going. All right,
you are the problem, man. You the
you the
creator.
problem. And they gonna use, like you said, they got the automated. All right, the Amazon, they got brothers done did video. I did videos on it. Brothers put it in the chat. They got the automatic 18-wheelers. They got the automatic robots that load the 18-wheelers. And now, like you said, they already got the robot workers in the warehouse. So you basically been replaced, man. All right, it's not is it coming? It's already replaced. And then they're getting accustomed to working with robots. They got the robots working in McDonald's. All right, taking people order, bringing food out, in China, in these different places and things going on. So the framework is already in structure, bro. It just gotta happen. You got it, Ryan.
Even the robot, they got the robot police, man, and they not gonna have emotions, man. They're not gonna think like a human would think, man. It's just gonna be Terminator on sight. All right, they're not gonna argue with you. Okay.
And then they massaging your mind into getting accustomed to robots. They started letting the robot, the little dancing robot that be walking in California or those other places playing, and so they're getting the people's minds ready with this Tesla. They're massaging it in so people can get comfortable with them putting you in prison. They're gonna start telling you put your hands behind your back. Like the police robots you say out there, in the other country, but it's coming up to a theater near you, man. All right. You got it, bro.
Let me see something. I'm gonna put this on the screen real fast.
Hey.
They don't do nothing.
And that's another thing. I was supposed to do this lesson earlier, but it slipped my mind. They're doing a automatic draft, supposedly, quote unquote, in October. The draft is gonna be automatic so they can save money. This is what it said in the inside of the body of the Newsbreak article I was reading. They're doing an automatic draft in October so they could save money on sending recruiters out and all that. It's just gonna be an automated draft, bro.
Yeah, you just in that bit, man.
You just in it. You in the system. So if your name they press a button, hit a button, and they pull up, Timothy Smith, they just gonna come and get you. You've been drafted. You gotta show up because they don't want to pay the recruiters the gas. Because obviously, they're doing the whole oil and gas feud going on. So now the recruiters don't really have gas. They don't got no more government money. All right, it's all set up, man, to just get your ass in some type of prison, man. You got it, bro. You got it, Ryan.
Yeah, you going to get down and lay down, man.
Yes, bro. Yes.
And on top of that, they don't have a lot of people even wanting to, enlist. So it's a vicious circle. You don't have people want to enlist. So what? The recruiters are losing money. So what? Backing up the brother, they're just gonna automate it, and the draft is gonna come, and that's all it's gonna be for you.
Yeah, because the people is finding out. All right, the whole tune to this war and things that's going on. Even the military people, they're smoking weed to fail physical, so they can't go to the war, man.
They've been calling this hotline too. A lot of Marines and different shit been calling the hotline saying they don't want to go.
They don't want to go.
But you're gonna go.
You know. He said Jeremiah 31, the men of Babylon is born to fight, man.
Their might has failed them.
Like I said on the past video I did the other day. Hey man, look what America has to fight for. You got Instagram models, druggies, you got social media influencers, huh? You
Better
got
punk.
gutter punks. All right, you got punks, moles, all type of shit out here, man. Freaks. That's what they're gonna put on
Private
the front
pump.
line. And guess what? China,
Punk.
Russia, Iran sitting back licking their chops. Please send them over here.
Yeah.
Please send them over here so they're gonna rearrange them, man. You know? What they say? What the age? 18 to 25?
They raised it to 40, I think either 42 or 45 now.
It's just automatic now. The age is out the window. They just automatic registration draft button.
See what you Jake's gonna do, man. You niggas that sit there and play Gran Turismo all day, all right? Cereal right here, sandwich right here, and you on the phone with a catfish, man. Some shit you never even seen before. You gonna get niggas like that gonna get drafted, man.
You're losing.
A pure loser. Yeah. A goofball, man. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's coming.
Yes, dude.
All right, and you listen to Nero. Nero been lying the last past couple of days. First he said he didn't unalive all the people of Iran, all the leaders, and now all of a sudden he's saying he's talking to somebody, but I don't want to give him up because he might get killed. Come on, man. Then people come out and say they ain't talking to you, man. But like I said, we coming to a time where boots gonna have to be put on the ground, man. A draft, an automated draft is going. It's got to happen.
Gotta have it.
It gotta happen, man. We telling you, the scripture says it's gonna happen.
I got it for you in 2nd Esdras.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is 2nd Esdras 16 and 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
And not just the wars over there in the Middle East, they're gonna get put. A lot of men is gonna get destroyed over here in the second civil war. It's gonna break out over here, man.
Race wars, yep.
The race wars, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of men gonna get dashed to pieces, man. Right over here. You know, because a lot of you don't think it's gonna happen. All right, it's gonna get real mean out here, man. All right, and Yahweh Shem Shai is gonna be with it. All right, a lot of brothers out there, a lot of brothers gonna get protected. We finna see the miracles that was once told. All right, we finna see Michael stand up, man. All right. The scripture we read, we're gonna see all that go down in the midst of everybody else being judged too. All right.
Hey,
Go ahead,
I'm just gonna say real quick, just to back you up with the miracles, the brother in the Virgin Islands gave a testimony about how he needed cash for a new car, and he didn't have that much cash, and he opened up an envelope that he found with only $300, which you can't do much with that for a car. But then he said he opened up the envelope again, and a bigger envelope was in it with $5,000.
Hey, man. Hey, that's how the Lord
Yeah. Yeah. Call Allah him like Yabashmashwakata. Absolutely.
Hey, it sounds out of this world, but to back you up, that's when Michael the archangel is about to stand up for the elect. What did it say in Habakkuk? I will work a work in your day that you would not believe it, even if it were told you. That's the type of power and miracles and wonders that's about to come to those that have been diligently serving Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, I wish I could find one of them bags, man. Find me a bag like that, man. All right. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. I got this Matthew 24:7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. The point it was, the nation rising against the nation. When you jump further down in this, in 12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many is waxing cold. And you're saying on the forefront, these people are enraged with each other, man. The men and brothers always going to it. We were talking about it earlier. People hate people. You're even hearing people who is the most hated of people say that they hate people. I'm talking about Edomites said they don't like people.
People no
It's
more.
like
Yeah.
a spirit of nobody likes nobody anymore. But this goes to the Matthew 24:12. When iniquity isn't abounding, the love for many gonna wax cold, man. All right, and you see it on the forefront of neighbors are feuding with people. You having people irate, driving crazy. You having a plethora of uh, police cases. You having accidents. Oh, you seeing everything. Demons are coming up to brothers' houses and cursing them. Like these demons are starting to get face to face with Jake, man, because Satan himself is running out of time to suffer. He don't have a long time. Yahushua is coming back. So Satan himself is trying to get brothers to L off, man. Which we ourselves got to be circumspect. You know, you got it, bro.
Yeah. And, you know, we got to remain if anything, we got to still remain spiritual, man. All right, while steady protecting ourselves too. All right, brothers ain't gonna let just anything go down. You know.
Hey, it says, if it be possible, be at peace with all men. You know, hey, now's the time to be walking, fully in the spirit, and being like a chess player. You got to anticipate Satan's moves, 3 steps ahead, see it coming your way, so you can move out of the way. But if it comes to it, hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is gonna have your back.
Hey, what that boy Slim had that song, "Let It Go Down." It's just gonna go down, man. You know, it is what it is, man. All right, but anything, like I said, we're gonna put our hope in Yahweh Yahushua. The Lord, the Lord shield us and get us out the way, man. All right, because we see you people are breaking down mentally, man. People are losing it. All right, people are losing it, man, and they're looking for answers. Well, the answers been out there. Really, the answer's been out. Answer's been out since the 1970s, man. All right, well, Abba Bivens and them hit the scene, and the answer's been definitely out there since 2007 when the apostles hit the airways, man. All right, it just Jake haven't taken heed, man. All right, Jake hasn't ignored. All right, the hand of the Lord. The Lord has stretched forth His hands, but Jake has fanned their hand. They don't want it. All right, so now judgment is finna be sent. All right, the green light. All right, it's finna be sent. Okay, that's why the Lord has been speeding things up, making things happen at a rapid pace. All right, hey, we what? It's April the 9th, man. All right, and it already seemed like a host of things. A lot of things been happening, man, and we moving quick. All right, we finna be in the mid part of this year in no time.
Hey, there.
Right? Go ahead,
I got a precept for you too, but that famous quote. You said something, Kaya?
Nah, but somebody had a precept behind you. You got to do a
Okay. Hey, that famous quote by Lenin: "There are decades where nothing happens, and then there are weeks where decades happen."
That's a true statement, man, and we're seeing it. All right, it feels like a lot of things that went down in a short span of time.
God.
Especially this year.
January started off with a bang.
And I keep saying it, man. You can definitely see. All right, you could definitely see this summer. Things are really going to heat up. All right, that's when most things really go down, man, in the summertime. All right, go ahead.
Con. This is 2 Chronicles 36 verse 15. Just to back up what you were saying about our people feigning the hand at the answer to all their problems. The answer to how they're gonna make it through these calamities outside of prepping, jujitsu, doing backflips, storing up canned goods. This is 2 Chronicles 36 and 15. And Yahweh, the power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. You had Elder Abba Bivens in the late 60s going into the 70s, to One West, to GMS, all the way till today. But they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until The wrath of Yahweh arose against his people till there was no remedy.
Right.
And it said till there was no remedy. So what? That judgment, that horrific judgment didn't stop until, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai was satiated and put you wicked jakes down.
The same way the same thing's gonna happen again, man. All right. 2/3 of the nation of Israel is gonna be put down, man. All right. You're gonna be caught up in all type of calamities. All type of things are gonna happen to you, Jakes, man. All right. Whether you believe it or not. All right, because all you want to do when you look at just here in our city alone, all you niggas want to do is play all day. Second line up in the street, all right, club, drink, and BS, and you repeat the cycle each and every week. All right, I'm tired of seeing this shit, man. All right, it's like a little group of the same ones doing the same thing all the time, man. That shit is played out. All right, America is played out, man. Black culture is played out. Okay, and the black dollar is through too. All right, nobody believes that shit, man. You niggas out there talk about support black businesses when your businesses are the worst, man. The worst customer service, all right, the worst products, all right. Jake, man, Jake is true, man. All right.
I got you something.
Okay.
Something to say about that, but man, you gotta.
This Romans 10 and 21, I'm gonna give it right back to you. It says, but to Israel, he said, all day long have I stretched forth my hands unto a disobedient and gainsaying people. I'm about to get that word gainsaying because everything you just said, this entails it. It says to speak against, gainsay, to contradict, to oppose oneself to one, decline to obey him, declares oneself against him, and refuse to have anything to do with him. Yeah, to deny. So all the day long, like the elder said, all you just got a rebellious house. Do the Lord bust their ass, put them in these peculiar positions and chastise them. Whatever they do, our people just go back on doing the same folly over and over and over and over. Like their conversations are the same conversations every day. Adultery. Let's get to this money. All right, and it's just sin worthy. All right, and the Lord, like if the men of the Lord is vexed with the sins of these people, how much more the Lord? Because the men of the Lord feel, it's how the Lord feel. If we're the spirit of the Lord, so what you're saying from the prophets of what they're preaching about the fashion of this world passing away, then obviously that's how the Lord feel, man. Because we're messengers of the Lord. You got it right.
I got one for you. This is Isaiah 62 and 2. It says, I have stretched out my hands all day.
Yep.
65 and 2. It says, I have stretched out my hands all day unto a rebellious people who walked in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. A people that provoked me to anger continually to my face, as sacrifices in the gardens and burning incense unto the altars of bricks. Right, which
images.
Yep. It says which remain among the graves and the lodges in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh and the brew of abomination things in their vessels, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holler. I'm saying it right. Than thou. I'm holier than thou. These this always get me. These are a smoke in my nose. Fire that burn it all the day. And you ever had smoke in your nose, man? That ain't a good feeling, man.
Hey, it says I think it's Psalms chapter 7, the Lord is angry with the wicked every day.
Every day. Wait, The prophecies have to be fulfilled. So the Lord not gonna end it before its time. All right, everything is happening in its time. So iniquity is reaching the heavens. All right, and it's a set day for the Lord to judge it. All right, that's why he say evil and only evil is near, and the end is coming. In Ezekiel 7, I don't get that. You got it, bro.
Con, I got one for you after you get that.
Done. This Ezekiel 7, and should be 4, 9, probably 9. Okay, 12, and somewhere right here. So like, is it 9? Oh no, it's a yeah, it's in 5. It says, "Thus say Yahweh, thy power and evil and only evil, behold, is come, and in is come, the end is come. It is watching for thee. Behold, it is come." So there's an end that's watching for somebody. And how can an end of something watch for you? All right. It's furthermore speaking of the judgment that's coming for those people who's not watching or keeping their garment. All right. It says the morning, that's it. The end is come, the end is come. They're watching for thee. Behold, is come. You got it, right? That was it.
Just to back up, what the brother brought out in that Isaiah. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9. I'm gonna start at verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Hey, the abuse the ways of the Lord by what? Not taking heed to his word, through his prophets. And as it says in Proverbs 1, wisdom crieth without in the chief places of concourse, saying, how long, ye simple, will ye remain simple? For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. The Lord allows you to have the internet to come, and what do you do with what a majority of you Jakes do with it? You come and use this internet to watch the videos and scoff at it.
Yeah,
the Lord gives you
entertainment. Most niggas follow this truth for entertainment, man. They're looking for a social pleasure club to be a part of, man. All right. That's what it's all about. Whether you going at another camp, you going at a situation, they're here for drama. That's why they got so much goddamn traffic every damn day, because motherfuckers looking for drama. Somebody on the side of the road changing the flat, everybody knows the look. And he got guys like that that's in the truth for the same reasons, man. But go ahead,
the Lord gave you a car to, and that's another thing. A lot of y'all got a camp where you live, but you're bullshitting. And a lot of y'all that are around the camps are bullshitting. Here you have men that are taking time that could be devoted to the truth, trying to build you up. But what? You're not taking heed to it. You're being lukewarm. You're 1 foot in and 1 foot out. For such,
I got one. I got one. Where you at?
I'm in 2nd Esdras 9 and 10.
Oh, I got one. Baba Gashal. Let me get this one for you right here.
You got it.
This is Titus chapter 1, verse 16. It says, they profess that they know the Most High, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and to every good work reprobate.
Hey, straight to the point. They confess they know the Most High, Shalom, Yahweh B'Yashim Yahushai, doing the salute. But what? Once the cameras are off, you're going back into full nigger mode.
Yeah, you're not studying, you're not diligent, and you're just not serious. Because at this time, like you say, if the spirit of obedience and truth is working in you, then it's gonna reflect, man. It's gonna show. All right. It's no more hiding behind, hiding behind years or hiding behind half-assing, faking. It's not. This is the year of the spies, the agents, the non-believers, the bullshitters, and it goes on and on and on and on. You got it.
And no more hiding behind gifts and cookies and cotton candy, all that bullshit. Every man's true intention is about to be put on the forefront. And with a lot of y'all, hey, Abaratazah, these brothers and myself endure, but a lot of y'all out here have those works made of wood and hay and tin that's gonna get burned up in the fire.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians. I got you.
Con.
I got that for you. 1 Corinthians 3:12. I actually was reading this earlier when I heard you. This 1 Corinthians 3:12. It says, now if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stone, wood, hay, or stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest. The day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If
Hey.
any man, go ahead, you got it.
And that fire is going to be that trial by fire we're all about to go through during Jacob's trouble. You know, the persecution that's coming, you know, people turning against you, losing jobs, family members and friends turning the whole world against you. What are you going to do? You going to fold and break, or you going to stand firm?
Yeah, we drinking that final cup of affliction, which is that baptism by fire that completes. All right, our walk in His faith, man. This is what this fire is about. All right, that baptism of fire. This completes us from the washing of the word. Once we complete this affliction and this baptism by fire, there's a crown laid up. It says, if any man's work abide, verse 14, which he had built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. All right. And
Hey,
if
build
any
it.
man's work, yep, go ahead.
You can finish it. You got it.
Done. This is the last verse. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yes, so as by fire. You got it.
Con. And you know, those that are going to be saved are those that are the true gold and the silver right now, as it says in Zechariah, that's going to go through the fire and be tried and refined. And also it said, if a man's works be burned, you know, yet he still make it. That's talking about, you know, men out here that have, you know, other men that they're teaching, or brothers around them that they're trying to build up. But what? They don't take heed to the word. Though they get destroyed, the brother that was being sincere is going to go through the fire and make it through.
No. Well said, brother.
Hey,
I got
it's
one.
Con.
This is first. Let me see. 1 Peter 1:7, it says that the trial of your faith being more precious than gold, precious. That my bad. Let me read that again. This 1 Peter 1:7 says that the trial of your faith being more precious than fine gold that perisheth through, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua Mashiach.
Con. Hey, that your faith, and you know, you showing your faith by your works, going through that trial by fire to what? See Yahushua is coming, and be, you know, beamed up, and be there with Yahushua and hear those words, you know, you did well, my faithful servant, you know, my son, my brother. That's the moment every man, you know, every sincere man is working towards, you know, the salvation, being of the elect, and hearing the words from Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua that, look, hey, you went through it like a soldier, and you know, you made me proud. And that's not
Yeah.
something worth giving up for all this fucking shit out here that's about to get destroyed. People out here are giving up the truth for a job they're not making money on, a used car, a used woman, food that's made out of plastic, a bunch of kids that hate them. Like, Jake's, the times we're coming into, and you know, when everything's said and done, there's going to be a lot of heads looking at their feet in the kingdom. There's going to be a lot of regrets, a lot of anguishing and pain out here.
Hey, what that scripture says in Isaiah, I got it. Let me get it. Hold up. Isaiah 48:10, it says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction, man.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Hey, you don't want to be that dross. You got it.
Yeah, we're experiencing that stage where it's about to be the persecution of the prophets. This is what the brother is talking about. So you got to get this word instilled in you as much as possible. What it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the strength of thy time. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. And at the end of that, it says the strength of salvation. So if you're not getting this word, You're not honing in. You're not studying. All right, you frolicking around like the brother like to say. Then guess what? And you know the Lord's will, and you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you're gonna get beaten with more stripes, man. That wrath gonna be that much more. That fire gonna be that much more hotter, man. You got it, bro.
God, it was better that you never even knew this truth.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Because
For men who on the fence, Salak, you got it. Men who on the fence, there's no room to be lukewarm. It's either you're gonna be serving the Lord or you're gonna be serving Satan. Go ahead, Doc.
yeah, there's no half stepping out here.
Yeah. You know, a lot of guys, you done already burnt a lot of time, man. Bullshit.
Yep.
Half stepping, man. Right? Still juggling, still trying to figure out. Like I say, you still got guys that want to put this truth in their back pocket for Mad Day. I want to go set my sights in the world, try to make a place in this kingdom.
Yeah.
But if that don't work out, I'm gonna try to come back to the truth. No, it don't work like that, man. You know, it don't work like that.
God.
Go ahead up.
I mean, everything. Let's take it down to a small level. Everything Jake ever put his passion into, whether it be a woman, a hobby, or anything like that, if it didn't reciprocate for you, you felt miserable. So how do you think the Lord feels, especially if you've been given this opportunity to even understand just the milk of the scriptures? The Lord gave you a 1 in 144,000 in a lifetime chance to get this, but what? You're treating the truth like a side bitch.
Yeah.
So the Lord's about to treat you like a side bitch.
Yeah. This was that word that you couldn't put off. You had to retain this because inside of this word is salvation. It's 2 Peter 1 and 18 and 19. It said, and this voice which came from heaven we heard when we were with him in the holy mount. So about the voice I was shy. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, which Yahweh is the word. All right, as it tell you in John 1. Whereunto ye do well that ye take heed as unto a light that shineth in a dark place. Because this is a dark place. You always bring it out in Job, right? You like it. It says,
God,
this is the dark. Yeah, go ahead.
I return to a land of darkness, a land where even the light is as darkness.
Yes. Right. So even the light that these people have here, these different philosophies, and the whole glory of this place is darkness, man. All right. This is the glory of the Chaldeans. This is a land of darkness. Like David said, it says, as unto a light that's shining in a dark place, and that light represents having this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding. It says, until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts. All right. So that's taking heed into the sure word of prophecy, man, which brothers are banking on. All right, it's part of their salvation, which Yahweh is that word. He is salvation. That's his name. It's a nomen omen. Yep. All right, his name means salvation, man. He saved, he's delivery. So we have to exercise ourselves in this word to be saved, man. All right, we ain't playing around. We take this thing deadly serious. So if you gonna play around or be unsure, don't fucking come around us, man. No more. All right, go ahead. Right.
Con. Hey, back in that second Esdras 9, I'm gonna jump up to verse 7 and read verse 8, then get back to, the other half of that coin. This is the heads up half. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, fully invested, faith in the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and making your body that living sacrifice, doing the work, shall be preserved from the said perils. Which, what did the brother open up with? Daniel 12 and 1. A time like no other, where the archangel Michael is going to stand up for those that are written in the book. Those of the elect that are spending this grace period, which is quickly closing, to please Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai in hopes of being saved from these calamities.
Right.
And shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Now I'm gonna jump down to I'll reread verse 10. This is the tails side of the coin. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known thee. You know, you half steppers out here, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance now was open unto them, understood not but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
That's right.
Going back to that Ezekiel, you know, we read the 9 and 4 with the thawar, the mark of exemption on those that sign that cry. But then when you read verses 5 and 6, it talks about slaying utterly old and young, maids and little children, etc., etc. These death angels that are about to be sent out are not going to have any mercy on those, you know, the wicked of our people, the wicked in general, and especially those that spent this time of liberty and grace, who are around the word or heard of the word, you know, putting it in their back pocket and forgetting about it.
Yeah. You got anything left? All right. Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna end it right here. You know, we're gonna give all praises, glory, and honors again to Yahweh by
Hashem Rakak.
Once again, double honors to the elders apostles of Great Millstone, which is our elders. Peace, blessings, and salutations again to the sincere and to the elect out there. Shalom.
Shalom.